Policy think tank Good Governance Africa is asking for a policy to develop slums in Ghana because the slums have come to stay. According to them, insofar as government fails to act in the initial development of slums, they cannot be treated with contempt when their numbers increase and they perpetuate their stay. Speaking at a validation workshop on a report on the development of slums in Ghana, lead researcher of Good Governance Africa, Dr. Ronald Adamte, says failure to accelerate the development of slums in Ghana will lead to many criminal activities in the country.
About 265 slums at different stages of development have been identified in Accra alone. That's according to a research by People's Dialogue on Human Settlement Ghana, a non-governmental organization, early 2018. Poor drainage, lack of potable water, as well as basic social amenities are basic characteristics of slums in Ghana. Civil society organizations in the country have been pushing for a more inclusive development in such places because such places have come to stay and should be given their fair share of development to avert the escalation of criminal activities and other social vices in the country. At a validation workshop on the research on slums conducted by Good Governance Africa, lead researcher Dr. Ronald Adamte called for a policy to deal with slums in Ghana to reduce crime.
Slums have become a critical issue. That we have about 1 billion of the world's population living in slums. And we know that slums lack facilities like water, good housing, roads, toilets, education, and all that. So with this, we are confronted with the real issues of the impact of all this on the bigger economy. Now we know that security is an issue, and it affects all of us. Slums produce all kinds of social vices that eventually affect all of us. One, we need to continue with the upgrading quickly. Get the slum conditions improved. We're talking about community policing. Let's get police posts in the slums to offer security. Let's clear the alleys, pave the alleys. Let's provide hospitals, clinics. Let's provide schools.
Communications Director of Good Governance Africa, Kujuado, is urging the inclusion of slum dwellers in many policy formulation in the country.
So when it comes to discussions of national interest, let us get their viewpoint on these matters also on the table so that we can incorporate all these things. Other than that, some of the participants said that when certain things are taken, certain decisions are taken, they are not part and parcel of it, and they felt left out. Meanwhile, they are of a great minority. I say of a great minority because they can sometimes destabilize government policies and plans.
MC for Sekondi Takoradi Metropolitan Assembly, Anthony K.K. Sam, says his office is pursuing policies and programs aimed at improving the lives of slum dwellers in the metropolis. Richard Kwejonyako, Joy News, Cape Coast.